Welcome, fellow Stardust, to another Dinner and a Movie episode. If you're new here, my name is DeRay, aka Rainbow Fright, lover of all things dark, creepy, and weird. And today I am finally gonna see Terrifier 2. I am so excited to give y'all my initial thoughts on this one. But first, I'm gonna head over to Papooses Paradise for some dinner. Afterwards, we'll head on over to the theater. You ready? Let's go. Damien Leone gave us exactly what we were all craving, and then some. The first movie does not even come close to what this movie delivers. It is absolutely brutal. Art is absolutely ruthless, and he revels in every single one of his murders, which is something that I just love. Not only is Art feeding on the hearts of his victims, he is also feeding on their fear and their pain. For so many of his kills, he draws it out as much as he can. So he's making his victims feel as much pain as possible before they take their last breath. The dark humor is so much fun, and I'm just in love with Art's little creepy tiptoe and his finger waves. And if you didn't know he was supernatural from the first movie, you certainly know it now. At the end of the first film, you know, after he shot himself, he comes back to life at the very end. And in an interview, I heard Damien Leone say that when Art did that, he didn't know that he was going to come back to life. Terrifier 2 starts off right where Terrifier left off, which I absolutely love when sequels do that. So it was fun to see Art kind of discover his ability and get used to his body again. And this time around, Damien Leone really leaned into the supernatural element of Art and plays around with people's dreams and their fears, giving us a little bit of Freddy Krueger vibes. And man, it's just so gory. I'm wondering how long it'll be playing in the theaters. When I was looking for show times, a lot of the theaters only had one screening time, and it's not even playing at all of the theaters, you know, here in Denver. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun one for people to go to, especially if they're being dragged by a friend and they have no idea what they're about to watch. So good luck to those folks. Also, Art has made a new friend who I absolutely adore, and you'll know exactly who I'm talking about as soon as you see them. Now, this was 2.5 hours long, and it definitely could have been cut down by about 20 or 30 minutes. We do get kill after kill after kill, and for the most part, I was enjoying this movie. But in the final act, we get a little bit more magic that becomes confusing, and it's a bit unexplained, and I understand that Damien does want to come out with a Terrifier 3, so he's probably setting us up for that. But after all that we went through and already were given a bunch more information about Art, this little bit toward the end just kind of threw me off a bit. But that's my biggest complaint. Another thing I didn't care for were the adults in the film, especially the mother. They were all just over the top, angry, strict, ridiculous people. I mean, I don't understand why they were so angry all the time, every single one of the adults. And maybe that was supposed to be on purpose. Maybe they're supposed to be over the top, and that's the joke, that's the commentary, that children are kind of treated like crap or invisible and aren't paid attention to, and adults are these monsters that think they're always right. Anyway, yeah, the adults were just too much for me. And another thing, I don't mind films that have kids in the lead role, but if you're wanting the lead role to be sort of a sex symbol, let's just not have them be high school students anymore. Let's move past this. This woman could be 18, 19, 20, I don't know how old she is in real life, but she's portraying a high school student, and she's dressed very sexily, and I just am over it. Can we just have her be in college at least, or just be a little bit older? The story could still be the story you wanted with her being older, and besides, she kind of acted older than her age in the first place. The way she treated her brother was that of somebody in their early or mid-20s. She just seemed very mature for her age. So here's the plot without giving away too much. So it's Halloween night, Art's favorite night to kill folks, and he starts to wreak havoc again. And we have the other side of the story with our protagonist, a high schooler whose father has recently passed away, and she's kind of helping her mother raise her little brother. And once her brother mentions that he wants to dress up as Art the Clown for Halloween, she starts to have these kinds of visions and feelings, which eventually lead to her and Art crossing paths. It's really all I can say without giving away any spoilers. We also get a post-credits scene that is just batshit crazy, and it makes things even more confusing. I have no idea where Terrifier 3 is gonna go after seeing that. This was the gore fest we were all hoping to get. Thank you, Damien Leone, for this treat. Cannot wait for the third film. Terrifier 2 earns 4 rainbow skulls out of 5. Well, thank you for joining me today, fellow Stardust. I appreciate you being here with me. I'll be back next week with a horror guessing game where you will be able to compete for a horror mystery box. I'll also be premiering part 2 of my clown videos. So, if you haven't already, hop on the Rainbow Fright freight train and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell. That way you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. I hope I see you next time. Peace.